Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this June the 30th, 2025. I hope everybody had a great Monday out there so far. Everybody has a great Monday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the lower 48 and also the tropics. We got some areas to talk about. Here is Hurricane Flossie over here in the Eastern Pacific, located just off the Mexican coast. Continue to push away from the area. Got another cluster of showers and storms down there across the Caribbean Sea, but nothing to write home about. Something's going to get developed down here in the Gulf of Mexico, right here along the Gulf Coast, and continue to kind of move across Florida and then up the Atlantic coastal waters. I showed you that last night in the rainfall totals. You can see that the heavy precipitation was loading up in the Gulf, move across Florida and up the Atlantic coastal waters. So we may get a little bit of shower activity along coastal area, maybe some gusty winds, but I doubt if anything inland, probably just maybe a little bit of high clouds, maybe some gusty winds, or might not even be that. So as that system pulls away, but right now we got to wait till it forms and then we'll know exactly where it's going to go. Alright, we got more activity across Mexico to New Mexico to Arizona, also in the portion of Colorado region as well, to Texas, all the way up into Michigan, and also up into southeast Canada. More scattered activity from New York State to North Carolina, and also more numerous thunderstorms and showers, like I said, in the Gulf of Mexico, and also in southeastern areas of Louisiana through southern Alabama, the Panhandle of Florida, and much of Florida region as well. Some scattered activity in the Eastern Pacific. Alright, if you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos. Now let's continue to get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, you can see here's your Tuesday outlook. We got thunderstorms and showers from Oregon to California, portion of Nevada, Idaho, Montana to Wyoming. Also from up here across South Canada, stretching from North Dakota to Minnesota to northern Wisconsin. And also up here a little bit around western Lake Superior. Also more thunderstorms and showers from South Dakota to Nebraska to Colorado to Utah to New Mexico to Texas, northern Gulf to the Florida Keys, Georgia to Carolinas, all the way up to Maine, New Brunswick, southeast Canada to Ohio, portion of Michigan, and Indiana. Here is Flossie right here. Hurricane Flossie continue to pull away from Mexico. Got some severe weather and heavy rain possible over portion of Virginia, D.C., Maryland, Delaware, and New Jersey regions as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Tuesday. Alright, here's your Wednesday outlook. We got thunderstorms and showers from up here from the coastal waters of Rhode Island to Delaware to the Carolinas, Georgia, Florida Keys, Florida Keys, that is. But anyway, we got thunderstorms and showers in the Atlantic coastal waters, also in the Gulf of Mexico, also in Georgia to Alabama, Louisiana to Arkansas to Kansas and Oklahoma. Then more up here around Lake Superior, Lake Huron to Michigan to Wisconsin to Minnesota to Iowa, also South Dakota, Nebraska, western Texas, northern Mexico to Arizona, Nevada, all the way up to Montana regions as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Wednesday. Alright, let's move on to the current watches warning advisory map. Your location across the nation. Alright, you can see we got some thunderstorms and showers. Not thunderstorms and showers, excuse me. We got some flood watches in effect for western New York State, Pennsylvania, also toward New Jersey, Delaware region. Heat advisories down here in areas of eastern Louisiana, western Mississippi, western Kentucky, also much of Arkansas, also portions of Nevada, also Washington, Oregon State, Idaho, and a little bit in northern areas of Utah. Also, we got some red flag warnings for portions of California, also in the portion of Nevada, and also in the portion of Utah. Sets of heat warnings across southern California, southern Arizona. Got some dust advisories there, blowing advisory in Arizona region. Also some air quality alerts in southern California, and again in portion of Colorado. We got some flash flood watches and warnings and flood advisories in New Mexico, West Texas. You got flash flood warning for North Texas, also in Oklahoma, special weather statements there as well, and also portion of Missouri. I got special weather statements in portion of Wisconsin, also some more special weather statements in Alabama, a little bit in portion of Ohio, and also portion of Pennsylvania. Got flash flood warnings there as well, and up from Pennsylvania to Ohio, and also warning portions of areas of Missouri, Oklahoma, and North Texas. Alright, we got smoke craft advisory, gale warning from up here near Portland, Maine, all the way down to the Myrtle Beach, Grand Strand area. Then again from Northern California to Washington State. Hawaiian Chain Island looks good around the Alaska region, special weather statement inlet, and there's that hurricane and tropical storm force winds warnings along the Mexican coast. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center outlook. This is for your Tuesday. We got marginal risk of severe weather from Jackson, Mississippi to Charlotte, North Carolina to Portland, Maine. Slight risk around Richmond, Virginia, Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia, up toward New York City. And then a little bit of marginal risk over here, Rapid City to Valentine, and then from Jackson to Pocello. I hope that's right. I can't pronounce that right, but anyway, we got some up here around Bismarck, North Dakota to Northern California to Texas to Maine to Florida. General thunderstorm, tornado probability looks like this. Less than 2% all areas. Damaging winds 5 to 15%. Large hail. Just pretty much 5% over Nebraska and South Dakota. Alright, let's move on to the day number 3. And it's going to look something like this. Alright, we got marginal risk up here in portions of Boise, Idaho to Glasgow and Montana, Great Falls area, Montana, portion of just east of Medford, then from portion of Washington State to California, Northern California to Arizona to Texas to the Florida Key, the Carolinas, all the way up to Philadelphia, and then again from Detroit all the way back to North and South Dakota. General thunderstorm probability looks like this. 5% there for marginal risk across portion of Oregon, Idaho, and Montana. Alright, now let's move on to the tropics. And we got a system here that I was talking about at the beginning of the video. Has about a 20% chance of development over the next 7 days and a 0 chance over the next 48 hours. But you can see there is that system here. And we're going to take a look at the Eastern Pacific real quick. Let's take a look at Flossie. I thought it was Hurricane Flossie, but Tropical Storm Flossie. But here it is anyway. Tropical Storm Flossie, 65 miles an hour, but it is expected to become a hurricane as it continues. Let's take a look at the track real quick. We'll show you the track if we can get to it. On Tropical Storm Flossie. Oh, here it is. Well, there's not the track, but you can see there's Flossie and another system around it there in the Eastern Pacific. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. I thought I could get the track, but we couldn't get the track. But anyway, I tried. But anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like the video, share the video. We'll catch you back in the next one. So have a wonderful Monday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got.